Hi everybody, aloha. My name is Michael and today we're going to be talking about the Aloha Hoya, mama here, and a little baby girl, and how you can best grow her in your home. Ours have been flourishing and we wanted to give you an update. We've done some videos on this plant in the past, but we just want to bring you up to speed and give you some more tips on how you can get yours to grow really well in your home. So, y'all ready to dig in? Let's grow! The Aloha Hoya also goes by another common name, striped wax Hoya, or even tiny porcelain flower. But we like to call her the Aloha Hoya because we have her near the hallway and our front entrance. So when we come home, we can say aloha, and then we're leaving, we can say aloha. Just love this vine. She is native to Southeast Asia, and she's an epiphyte. She's a vining epiphyte. I'm 6'3", and this thing is already 6 feet long, and on our carpet. I mean, our Roomba keeps driving over her. I'm like, I'm so sorry. So I've got to propagate her again. Oh, look, she's branched off. So cute. But what we're so amazed with in this plant is that she's not growing in high light, and she's got this amount of growth on her. But just to talk a little bit about her characteristics, this is stunning. It's so beautiful. But it's such a cool plant. It looks like rain. I've mentioned in the intro that I've done some videos in the past about this plant, but she's just doing so well. We've got them growing in 2 different mediums here. This is soil grown and this is in leca, and we'll go to that in a minute in plant care. But I just love this Hoya. This one will tend to cascade. The carrii will tend to grow upwards and trail around things. And we have an Abavada and Australis combo over here, and the Australis has climbed up the sides of our Curtisii, and she's gone all the way up here. Look at this. Look at this. This is crazy. She went up to the AC vent and did not like it, and she said, bye-bye. But now we've got these growing together. But definitely to go back to the Hoya Curtisii, she wants to grow down. She wants to cascade. We have not seen her start to climb up or do anything like that. She wants to grow down, which we just love because it's a different feel and a different look. So, so cool. Now to talk a little bit about her leaves, they're adorable. They're tiny. They're about an inch. Some people say they look like a heart. Definitely similar look to the string of hearts. I have trouble, by the way, growing the string of hearts. I don't know why some people can do it. I'm so jealous because they have these beautiful string of hearts in their home. But ours gets all tangled up, and it's just a mess to unknot them. They get all wrapped together. The Curtisii will sometimes get bunched together, but it's easy to separate these long vining tendrils that come flying off of mama. Here she's split. Oh, so pretty. But these leaves are so cute. They're heart-shaped, or you can say spade-shaped, and they're dark green with these really cool speckles of light gray. So pretty. Oh, and for us, we have found her to be a very tough house plant, not finicky, and more of a modest grower. Some people say that they're slow growers. We have not found that to be the case for us. We just adore her. Mama we've had about 4 years, and baby here is about just over 2 years. Another cool characteristic about this Aloha Hoya is that if you give her a lot more light, say north of 1,000 foot candles, she's going to start to get this burgundy reddish hue to her. It's going to be really pretty. Ours is not, because we have ours quite far away from a light source. And so ours stays as green, which I just absolutely dig. But I've seen some folks that have grown some with higher light, and they have this really cool reddish tinge. I would say a soft red to a burgundy. Really pretty. She can produce flowers, but ours hasn't flowered for us. Here's a picture of the Aloha Hoya in flower. Isn't it pretty? But you have to give her more light for that to occur. Okay, now that we've gone over plant characteristics, let's go into plant care. With plant care, let's first talk about lighting. Your Aloha Hoya is going to want high light, and that's going to be north of 1,000 foot candles if you can give that to her. So that'll be like a west-facing window or a south-facing window. You can though, and we have done, pull her back away from a heavy light source or bright light source, and she'll grow in the 250 foot candles. That's what ours are getting here, and she's growing like crazy. I love the look of this green, you know, that burgundy red, purplish red that I talked about. If you get them closer to the light source, that's a cool look. But I love this green. It's like, oh, it's just like green rain. I just Love this plant. So on lighting, that's important. You want to make sure you can give her high light, but she's adaptable. She can actually grow in lower light conditions. So that's a really cool feature about the plant. If you're going to grow your Aloha Hoya in soil, since she's an epiphyte, we recommend a well-drained mix, and we like this ratio. 2 parts indoor potting mix, 1 part Better Grow, we like Better Grow brand, orchid mix, which is going to have some coarse perlite, and it's also going to have some charcoal and some fir bark. And also we recommend 1 part worm castings to get some of the organics, because this is a tropical epiphyte. So that mix together is going to give you a real well-drained mix. But we also recommend putting in some leca, and we're going to go into written plant care instructions in a minute, and we're going to summarize all this so you can have it all. It'll be all written out so you can take a screenshot and use it for your needs. But that's the mix we like to have, a well-drained mix, and your plant is going to respond very well. But you can also grow this plant in a semi-hydro state, and that's how little baby's growing here. She's grown in leca, and we've done a video to that, and you can see on our channel on how we did that. You can actually see how this has progressed from about 2 years ago to now, how these have really taken off. But the baby here, the baby is grown in leca, and she's doing great. I'll show you a video now of where I was rinsing her out, or flushing we call it, to clean out some of the salts that build up. And you can see some of the roots, and I've actually repotted her back into some more leca, because after about a year or so, I like to pull out loose leca because they get a lot of salts even deep down into the leca mix, and change out the leca. Here you can see our little girl with all of her roots, but I want to keep the leca that's attached to her roots, and then get some clean leca, and I've actually recycled some here that you can put in, you know, if you want to recycle your leca, you can put it in a pot and boil it for about a half hour, and you can reuse that. But yeah, I like to put her in some new leca or recycled leca that I have sterilized with some in boiling water. And then I put in some new leca, and then we rinse her off a little bit, and then put her back into our grow container. On watering your Aloha, let's first talk about the soil grow. We like to water ours every 7 to 10 days, but we always test with a bamboo skewer or a pinky finger or index finger, and we go down about 2 inches, and you stick it in the soil, and if it comes back with dirt sticking on it or moisture on the bamboo skewer, then hold off on the watering for a day or so. She likes to dry out a little bit. She doesn't need to be totally bare bones dry like some other succulents, but you don't want her to be waterlogged because she's an epiphyte. So we found that works very well with watering her every 7 to 10 days. And on the semi-hydro, if you're growing your Aloha in leca, we recommend changing out the water once a month. And then now that we've talked about watering, let's talk a little bit about fertilizer. And I'll start over here first on the semi-hydro. With the fertilizing, you put that liquid in the cashpo, the bottom part of the container, so that the bottom third, so that she can grab those nutrients. But we only recommend it every other month. And you can use a 20-20-20 like Jack's at half strength, and you can put that in April and in June and then in August. And then for the other months, when you're changing out the water, just use regular water that's sat out for at least 48 hours. Now on fertilizing Mama here in soil, we like the same type of fertilizer, and we do it in the same type of tick-tock, where we do some 1 month, and then we just give her regular water the next month, and then we add some of the 20-20-20. We've been doing mostly 20-20-20, but we do like the Dine & Grow 936. That's really cool because it's by itself it's a weak fertilizer. You don't need to punch these plants with a lot of force with the fertilizer, because then you get salt buildups and other things like that you don't want to necessarily have. And they're pretty tough. We have gone periods of time, to be honest, that we forgot to fertilize, and she still keeps going. She just keeps going and going and going. Love her. Now, another cool thing about this plant is that she tends to do well in home AC and in home humidity. We're down here in Miami. We have the AC on all the time in the summertime, and it's typically, she's going to do great anywhere from 68 to 80 degrees, depending if you have your AC on or off. She's not picky that way. Some people have said that for their Hoya Aloha, they want higher humidity. We have not found that. We have found that you can do fine in home AC about 40% humidity. That's what an AC will typically do in your home. It's a dehumidifier. as well as a cooling machine, and the AC humidity in a home is going to be around 40%, and they do fine. No issues with that. Another cool feature, another cool thing, I'm sorry, about this Hoya is that they don't tend to get mealybugs or spider mites. I don't know why, but I love her for it, because our other ones, our Princess has gotten it, and our Queen has gotten mealybugs. We haven't got it on the Australis, but we have got it on some of our other Hoyas, and it drives me crazy because mealybugs, I think, are probably the biggest problem we've had in the past, but she doesn't tend to get them, which is great. Now, there's ways to take care of that, and you can put neem oil or some insecticidal soaps to take care of them, but we tend to find that this plant is very low maintenance in that regard. So, now that we've talked about all those things on plant care, we're going to summarize all this into written care instructions like I mentioned earlier, and then we'll come back and do a quick closing at the end. Thanks so much for joining us today. If you have any thoughts or questions, just leave them in the comment section below, and I'll make sure I get back to you. And until the next video, bye. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And tell your friends and family. We post videos weekly. Thanks.